Hi everybody, my name is Abby and this is Planning Life Station here on YouTube. And so today I'm going to be showing you all a flip through of my Moleksine 2025 planner from last year. So earlier in the year, I think, or probably last December, I made a video of the Moleksine Year of the Horse planner, and I briefly showed this planner in that video. And a lot of you wanted to see a flip through and how I've been using, or how I used this one, because it was very used in the video that you guys saw. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be showing you all a flip through. And I can say honestly, this was my most used planner that I've ever owned. So I'm going to show you all a flip through. So it has an elastic cord right here that just connects, and then you can kind of do that if you want to keep it closed. But you don't always have to keep it in that position, but you've got that as an option. And then let me see, what else do I want to show you from the outside. It's pretty thin right now. It just looks kind of bulky because I have so much stuff in here, but it's actually rather thin. And I actually picked this one up back last year at the beginning of the year on sale from Marshalls. It was like $6, but I picked it up in the middle of, I think, March, and so it was on clearance for $6, and I was like, I want to take it because I kind of want to try out what Moleksine is all about. So I gave it a shot, and yeah, fell in love with it. So I'm gonna do a flip through. So let's get started. So once you open it up here, you've got just your basic page. And I'm sorry for the background. I just have my bed today, and my tripod is kind of like, you know, jerking on me a little bit, but just bear with me. So this is the front of the planner. So you've got, in case of a loss, please return to whoever, and as a reward, you've got that. And these stains on my planner are actually coffee stains, and I had actually spilled coffee on here, but yeah, I thought it was gonna actually mold on me, and so I was kind of scared. So yeah, but it didn't. So, and these letters that I used up here are actually from the planner itself, that come with the planner, so I just put those up there. And then this section right here doesn't really say too much. It just has the manifesto, but I didn't really put anything on this section right here. So you've got that portion, and then you've got Moleksine weekly notebook, and then the year, and then space to put stuff on here, but I never put anything on here. Then you've got this section right over here, a blank page, and then you've got your personal information on this side right here. Didn't fill that out. Then you've got the yearly overview, so you've got 2025 and then 2026. And on here, I actually didn't really use it for too much. I just put period trackers over here, and then I just have like one thing, which was my spring graduation on there, so I didn't really put too much in that section, simply because I didn't have too much other things that I was going to try to track in that section. So then you flip it, and you've got your months. So if you're not familiar with the Moleksine, all your months are up here at the very front. It's not like a month, then your weeks, then a month. So none of that. So it's just all your months here up at the front. And you actually just have 1 month per page. So on these months, I would actually just track the main events of that month, and that's it. And maybe my kiddos' things as well, but for the most part, it was just main events. It wasn't anything like crazy on here, because I do have big handwriting, and so I just couldn't track that because it was just too much. So I've just got supervision, work stuff. The turquoise looking stuff is all my kiddo stuff. The circle right here are my paydays, and then on-call weeks down here, because I do work in community mental health, and so I'm on a crisis team, and so I got to keep track of all that. So we've got January, February, then March. I've got a little bit more activities going on. I've got the Missouri Crisis Intervention Conference, my on-call weeks down here, and then that's how I tracked all of that. More conferences, more trainings, my off days over here, and then I put like big sections down here, like of what was being tracked over here on the monthly sections. May, my birthday month. I got my birthday right here. Period trackers. Again, it was just, you know how it is with the planner. You kind of track some stuff, then you forget to track some stuff, and then you go back, and then, yeah. But, yeah. Period trackers, school days off, crisis meetings, birthdays, deployed to St. Louis for tornado assistance on there. Then you've got more events here. So I've got personal stuff, wisdom tooth extraction. I put up a pool for the kiddos. Period trackers, no work days, supervision days, fall semester starts because I am in my graduate degree for my master's degree. So that was the start of fall 2025. You flip, and this one was kind of blank. I didn't really track too much in this section, so I just had school payments because I was paying, or I am still paying, out of pocket for my graduate degree. So I've got those, and when I did those payments, and some of them aren't actually on here, so I just forgot to keep track of those in here. This was kind of an empty month. It was a little bit more of a difficult month for me. My uncle passed away, and he's my dad's brother, and so he passed away, and that was just kind of a hectic month. He passed away from lung cancer, and so I didn't really keep track of too much in that section. So yeah. Then we've got November. I tried doing this like little line again, school payments as well, and then like highlighting my paydays. And then you've got this section right here, which is your ideas and goals. I'd never put anything on that. This was a tracker because we would work evening shift because I am in community mental health, so we would offer after hours mental health services. Then you've got this section. I never really put anything in that. And the map, never know what to do with the map. This section, so I might kind of go a little bit fast through here and just kind of explain to you guys, but this is the weekly, so we step into the weekly portion here. So you've got all your dates on this side, and then you've got a notes page on this other side. So very basic. Green is for work stuff, the turquoise stuff is for my kiddo, so you can see all that. So I'm just going to flip through it and just kind of talk a little bit over it because I don't want the video to be too long, but I've got paydays right here and the amount. School, because I was in school, I still am in school, so the start of the semester, and then all my classes had different colors, so that's the different colorings that you see. And again, for school, this planner is a little bit more difficult if you have a lot of classes to take, because it's kind of hard to put all your assignments in like this space that's very limited. So for college, I'll show you guys what it kind of looks like in one page, because I did take a summer course and that was just crammed in here. But I'm going to show you what it looks like. So very basic. I just put the main events of my school assignments on here and not anything else, like none of the readings or any of that kind of stuff in here, because that just would be too hectic in here. So I'm just going to flip through here. Chiefs, more assignments, more stuff in here. Kiddo stuff right over here. Events down here. More stuff. Scholarships that I applied to. Snow days for kiddos. We went to a severe weather expo and I got this sticker. So I've got more, but I just haven't put them on there. More meetings. School events. This is when I went to a conference, and then we had our breakout sessions, and I wrote about the breakout sessions in here, what all those breakout sessions were. And then more information. Well, this one was kind of blank. I didn't put in here. Like I said, I picked this up in March, and so some of the stuff is like spread out. And I try to backtrack what I did do. So we spent spring break, supervision, just random little events. Then I've got like a list of stuff that I wanted to watch, the Joplin documentary, and then my kiddos' field trips. This one was really blank because I really didn't do anything. Well, I'm sure I did something, but I forgot to track it in here. Eye doctor's appointments, practices, paydays. My cat passed away in here. So sad. This is when I went to another conference, and then we've got our breakout sessions as well. School assignments down here. And then when we did go to the conference, we went to this pizza place, and it was really good. So I got a sticker from there. I'll put it right there. This is a short week. Just pretty hectic in here. Do you guys like my tornado? My tornado is pretty nice right there. Do you guys see it? Yes. I'm not sure where you guys are watching this from, but here in the United States, especially where I live in Missouri, it's really crazy with tornadoes. And so it's pretty much like I would say like twice a year kind of thing, when the temperatures are just changing and it gets really hectic. It gets wild during those times. But yeah, I wrote a little tornado right here. What did I say? I think we had a tornado watch, and the sirens were going off in Joplin. I actually live like an hour away from Joplin, so yes. My dog's birthday. Just information from supervision, scholarships that I applied to, migraine tracker, and then just a little bit of journaling in this section. I don't have a special journal for that, but that's a little basic one. And then I've got more stuff, and I'm just going to kind of flip through this because I don't want it to be too long. So we'll flip through, and then I'll kind of explain some stuff. But Texas funeral, monthly meeting, crisis stuff. We went to the Virgin Mary place in Oklahoma City right here. Enterprise Point, because I did rent a car. This is when I went to another training, and then we went to St. Louis for a tornado that we were sent there, and again another fancy little tornado that I drew. My 30th birthday in Kansas City, stuff for school and for my kiddo, and then I did a little bit of snippet of journaling. I don't tend to do a lot of journaling. Like, I don't have a designated journal per se. I don't know, journaling is a little bit, I feel like I'm too repetitive in my journaling, and I feel kind of overwhelmed because I look back at the entries and I'm like, oh my god, it's like the same repetitive stuff that I'm still, stuck on. And so I don't want it to be like that. So it got kind of overwhelming. So now I just journal little snippets whenever I feel necessary. So I'll show you here at the end, but these are the weeks. Just gonna flip through here. I'll just mark stuff that I don't want you to see. And this is, okay, so this is where I had the summer class. And so as you can see, this is just like the weekly readings that I had just for one class. So if you can imagine having like 4 classes, it would be so hard to track on here. But that was just one summer class. So I just follow my syllabus and just go off of that instead, and just put, again, the major events on here. But got rear-ended and getting to my hotel. Tickets from the lake, extra credit assignment, no work, removal, now a little bit of snippet down here of journaling for when my uncle passed away, and then more notes. Or not when he didn't pass away yet. He was just getting really sick here. He was diagnosed with lung cancer, and so, yes. Period tracker up here. More notes. Got my license plates renewed. More training. Family came, and just what we did for the family. And some of these were kind of a blur, but safety plans and all that stuff. Sign up my kiddo for school, doctor's appointment, prescribed Wellbutrin, 10 out of 10, best thing I ever did. Started Wellbutrin, again, best thing I ever did for myself. Again, everybody's different, so your body's going to react differently to what you do. So more section, and I was in a diagnosing class, so that's why some of these are like schizophrenia, and then I think I have like anxiety or something in one of these, but those are Just a whole bunch of stuff. More stuff. My kiddo was actually struggling with reading until I was doing like a hooked on phonics kind of thing. And then I would write when I was super tired. Kiddo soccer games again. And then up here is, this is where I spilled all my coffee, first of all. Second of all, this is where I tracked my uncle's death. Not death, but like when he started really getting bad. And we were told he was pretty much coming home on hospice. And then some notes of what Victoria's teacher said to her. This is where, again, my coffee spilled. Period trackers, just different information I wanted to track. Food that we made when family came over. Elios is actually a artificial intelligence software that we use for work, just to take notes. This section, anxiety disorders. I submitted the AT&T settlement. Settlement again. And this section was when my uncle actually passed away, so I did that. And this is just a bit of journaling that I did. I didn't do very much because, again, it's just a bit overwhelming. So, and we've got this. My uncle's visitation. Planning for FIFA World Cup in Kansas City. Visitation. Just notes. Little note section, snippets here. Meetings. Dental stuff. I'm just going to flip through here. You guys get kind of like the gist, and you guys can ask questions. When I dye my hair black or do my eyebrows or anything personal. Movies. Ooh, so this one right here was when I watched the new Frankenstein movie on Netflix. 10 out of 10. I actually really liked it. Picking up my family or my kiddos from the school. November. Times off, paydays, and then this was circled because it was my half a day. Crisis meetings, just basic information, finished books that I read. Elderly man that I helped. Shopping with my mom. December, and then just stuff that I wanted to pick up. Books for kids therapy, iPad stickers, gift wrapping paper, and then that was a wrap. So that's that section. In this other portion, I've got a whole bunch of notes. So I won't show you that, but this section is just note pages back here. So I've got just different notes here. I'm testing out things back here. So yeah, that was the whole planner itself. And then here in the very back, you do have a space to keep little memories that you would like. And so in here, instead of journaling, let me pull some stuff out. So instead of journaling, I would just write out on a piece of paper how I was feeling. So these are what some of these are. So my actual journaling prompts are on these papers. We've got gift wrapping paper for Christmas, and I just kept little snippets of it. The stickers that actually come with the planner. Quality control sticker in here. More little gift wrapping paper. Stickers. Steak and shake. My mom's first time going. My uncle's obituary. Information from, sorry, I just went blank. From conferences, the stickers that come on the planner. More stickers. We've got, let's see, more conference stuff. Just different stuff. Bible print or Bible verses, happy birthday cards from work, So yeah, that is about it, y'all. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope this was informative for you. Everybody uses your planner differently though, so everybody's gonna have a different way of using it. Maybe mine looks very chaotic to others. I don't know. I love looking at a very well used planner, because I think that's just so fun. So that is my planner, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me pull this up. So I can just close it. So I actually really enjoyed it, and I'm using a weekly planner and a, what do you call it, a daily planner as well. So when the time comes, I will do a flip through of that one as well. But I also wanted to show you what I picked up from TJ Maxx. So I went today and I did some shopping, and I got these rolled cashier journals, so for $5.99. So check out TJ Maxx and Marshalls to get some of these products. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.